Good morning, everyone. I hope that you are doing so well. Today's topic is the Kyoto Protocol. It seems hard, but believe me, it actually is so easy to understand. Let's kick off my video today by this question. What is the Kyoto Protocol? Well, the Kyoto Protocol, run by the United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change, also known as UNFCCC, is an agreement on reducing greenhouse gas emissions. It was adopted in 1997 in Kyoto, Japan. However, owing to the complicated ratification process, the treaty officially came into force in 2005. The underlying content of the Kyoto Protocol is to require the industrialized country to reduce their emission to be on average 5.2% less than their emission levels in the base year 1990 during the 31st commitment period. It also provides mechanisms to have developing countries sustainably achieve socio-economic development. And it is considered a historic milestone to mark the very first global agreement to lower the amount of greenhouse gas emission caused by human activities. So, what is the biggest achievement of this historic protocol? The research by Nada Mahmood 2019 indicated that the protocol was successful in reducing the emissions of ratifying countries by 6.8% below the emissions expected under a no Kyoto scenario. The Kyoto Protocol, therefore, seemed to be a huge success because it basically lived up to or even exceeded its original targets. But does digging deeper reveal the same story? Well, I would say no, because first of all, the Kyoto Protocol did not cover the world situation at that time. According to the UNFCCC, there are 192 parties signing this prominent treaty. However, it only binds 35 developed countries and places a heavier burden on them under the principle of common but differentiated responsibilities and respective capabilities, because it recognized that they are largely responsible for the current high levels of greenhouse gas emissions in the atmosphere.
It's clear to everyone that industrialized countries will have to continue to take the lead. And in fact, in a meeting preceding this, all countries, all governments realize that industrialized countries will have to reduce their emissions by somewhere between 25 and 40% by 2020.
However, during that decade, China's economy grew rapidly, releasing huge amounts of greenhouse gas emissions. Since 2006, China has officially overtook the US, becoming the world's largest emitter of CO2 with 6.2 billion tons. Ironically, as stated in the rules of the Kyoto Protocol, developing countries like China, India, or Brazil got free pass, which the US Senator Jim Inhofe said is exempted 80% of the world from the greenhouse gas emission reduction now. What is more, the Kyoto Protocol indeed made a sharp decrease in CO2 emissions. However, it had a negative impact on GDP levels of budget countries. The total CO2 reduction, estimated to be 2,995 MT per year, can be transformed into 93 USD per ton. This means a lot of 279 billion USD, or approximately 12% of marginal damage to total GDP. And then, for the two reasons above, the developed countries respectively declare their withdrawal from the protocol or chose not to meet the agreed commitment reduction on greenhouse gas emissions. To conclude, the Kyoto Protocol represents the joint effort to protect the Earth. Nonetheless, the treaty's shortcomings have made it ineffective in the long run. The climate bomb is about to explode, and there is no plan B for this. The Earth is in dire need of stronger determinations.